Welcome to the Sports and Entertainment Connoisseur Show, where the soul and sound meet the story behind the voice. I'm your host, Salim, and today we pay tribute to a voice so rich, so raw, and so real, it could both heal and linger in your soul. She was elegance, she was pain, she was brilliance wrapped in jazz, soul, and R&B. Today we honor Phyllis Hyman, not just the artist, but the truth teller who gave the world everything, even when it gave her very little in return. Born in Philadelphia, raised on music, Phyllis Hyman was never chasing fame, she was chasing feeling. From the smoky jazz clubs to the Broadway stages, she carved out a path that wasn't polished, it was powerful. Her big break came when Norman Connors heard her sing and featured her on Bet You By Golly Wow. From that moment, the world took notice. Her voice wasn't just beautiful, it was honest. In the 1970s, Clive Davis, the legendary executive behind Arista Records, signed Phyllis Hyman with high hopes. At the time, she was the voice expected to define the label's future, and she had everything. The beauty, the range, the elegance, and even the soul. But trouble quietly brewed beneath the surface. Arista was shifting its musical direction, moving full speed towards popular music, and they wanted bright crossover anthems, songs that could dominate the top 40 radio. However, Phyllis wasn't built for that lane. She was steeped in jazz, in emotional rich ballads, in deeply expressive genre-bending work. Her artistry was shaped by the stylings of Sarah Vaughan, Nancy Wilson, and jazz fusion, not pop hooks or radio-formatted popular hits. Phyllis didn't just want to chart, Phyllis wanted something timeless, honest, unapologetically black and soulful. And that's where the riff with Clive Davis began. He had a formula: powerhouse, voice, plus hit equal commercial success. It worked with Barry Manilow, and soon it would work with Whitney Houston. Phyllis Hyman didn't see that as her artistic future. She was selective in the studio, turning down songs that felt shallow or unauthentic. She had demanded depth, orchestration, truth. And when Whitney Houston entered the picture in the early 1980s, her lighter tone, youthful appeal, and undeniable star power, Arista shifted focus completely. Phyllis watched as the machine that once pushed her forward now placed her in the background. She felt overlooked, creatively stifled, and slowly erased from the label's priorities. Even legends carry burdens. Phyllis battled depression, loneliness, and the pressure of an industry that wanted her polished but not powerful. Her fight to remain true to herself in a system that wanted comfortability took a toll on her, personally and professionally. She was too bold to fake it, too brilliant to be boxed in, and too human to hide in the pain. And in interviews and conversations, she spoke candidly about battles with mental health, with the industry, and with herself. She wasn't afraid to say, "This business hurt people." In 1995, at just 45 years old, Phyllis Hyman took her own life. Her final message was devastatingly clear, and I quote, "I'm tired. Those of you going through something, go get help. Don't end up like me," end quote. Those weren't whispers, they were a warning, a cry for us all to listen. Phyllis never disappeared, she transformed. Her spirit lives on in Jill Scott, in Legacy, in every soul artist who chooses integrity over algorithms. And every woman who says, "I will not shrink myself to fit your idea of marketability." She wasn't molded by the industry, she stood in contrast to the industry. She was the soul translator, a vessel of raw truth wrapped in velvet. So tonight, when the world is quiet, put on a Phyllis Hyman record Not just to remember, but just to understand. She wasn't just a singer, she was a mirror, she was a muse, a moment that still moves us. And if you or someone you love is struggling with mental health, please don't stay silent. Call the National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline at 988. Help is always available. You are not alone. This has been the Sports and Musical Connoisseur Show, and I'm your host, Salim. Until next time, listen with your spirit.